Hell yeah, and what is up, Chuckleheads? It's your boy Jay Berg with, as always,
Colton Drake.
Yeah, we're here for episode 5 of Stand Up Snobs. I said it right this time. Episode 5 of Stand Up Snobs. Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming out and checking us out. Our listenership through the roof right now.
Crushing it.
Just a shade under 10,000 listens last episode.
Nice.
A little more than 9,000, less than 10,000.
Look at us. Watch us grow.
Dude, but we got people in Ethiopia. We got Zimbabwe. There's an African country that we got to listen from last week.
That's
Sick.
what's up. That's
Sweden.
what's up.
We got Sweden.
Nice.
We're only missing a handful of states in the country, dude. We are worldwide, dude. We're getting huge.
We are about equality.
We are getting huge. Welcome into our show. And today only, we'll be doing the Dane Cook special that he actually released already, but he re-released it. He released it on a free service now. It's on was it on Prime Video? No, it was on
YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah, for all the brokies that didn't want to pay for it.
Yeah, for broke people like us. Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dane Cook, Above It All. I believe it's his 4th video special. Let's take a listen to it, and then we'll get going, all right?
This is my actual house. I know some of you guys are like, that's it. I've been dealing with a stalker. She was staring up at my house like she wanted to fight my house. You're gonna die now! I planned a murder, and how to get away with that murder, absolutely in my favor. I'm so happy in my relationship that I bet the internet's happy for me. I should check. I'm 49, my girlfriend's 23. She was doing her homework, and I said, where have you been all my life? And then I remembered she wasn't alive for the first 26 years of it. I did my best. This isn't me, this isn't us. You've been saying you're gonna lose 15 pounds for 8 years, and now you're gonna vow to keep their dreams afloat? I got a neighbor like right over here, and man, she's a I'm kidding! I'll bring you a meringue! Good luck, Chuck did very well, that's all I'm gonna say. Rotten Tomatoes, they bought me a house.
All right, there it was. That was our clip from Dane Cook's Above It All. Just recently released, I think last week on YouTube. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
You ready for the episode? I feel like good vibe.
Sure
today.
am. Yeah.
Good vibe.
Good vibes.
Ready to go. Quincy's in here just chewing on a leaf for no reason.
Love Quince.
Just being a crazy man, messing with all my pajama pants. So a little bit about Dane Cook before we get into the special, just real quickly. He's probably best known as like the MySpace comedian. Like he was one of the first and maybe the best at harnessing the power of social media in the MySpace era to get fans, to get listens. He grew up outside of Boston, I believe, Cambridge, I think, Massachusetts, and did a lot of his comedy there. Just harnessed social media, became real big, real fast, right around 2000.
Right.
Had several comedy albums, a lot of ups and downs along the way. But now, yeah, he's a lot older. That's for sure, and he filmed a comedy special from his house, and that's the one we're doing today.
It's called Above It All.
It's called Above It All,
And I think it's called Above It All because in his home, you can see outside, like everybody's in the backyard, and it looks like he's above L.A.
Yeah, his house is incredible.
Somewhere like that, right?
I will say that. I think that's
city.
the only reason he did the special is just to flex his house. Just be like, check this shit out.
Yeah, and I get it.
It's a beautiful house. It's a beautiful house. He should have got better plastic surgery being able to afford a house that big. But going in quick, dude. He looks rough, dude. A lot of
You think so?
I do. A lot of the that era of male stars are really having some rough facial free features. The dude from Scrubs, his face looks disastrous.
But Dane Cook banged out Jessica Alba.
Okay.
Shit.
What does that have to do with his face looking ridiculous?
That's why he looks younger.
He does not look younger.
He looks like
he looks like old, and he's trying to look young.
I was trying to save this. He's obviously had Botox
Yeah, dude, for sure.
in his forehead.
Did he bang Jessica Alba, or was he just in a movie?
I mean, in the movie, he does.
Oh, gee. I don't think that counts, dude.
We don't know what happened
Jessica
behind the scenes.
Simpson, Jessica Alba.
Jessica Simpson was not.
He was employee of the month. He was at a grocery
employee
store.
of the month.
Pretty
I'll get
obvious.
behind that one. Yeah.
Of course, dude. That's great. I have no idea who he banged. I'm sure he did fine, dude. I mean, he's a good-looking dude, charismatic, energetic.
Oh yeah, and he used to be the hottest guy in stand-up for a while.
I mean, like hottest as in
Sex
sexiest
appeal,
or hottest as in just the biggest.
No,
fan?
in both.
Probably
Both,
both.
I think.
Probably both.
Yeah. I saw a picture of him in a V-neck, and I was like, oh.
You're like, wow. Wow.
You probably look so
like
good
Ryan Reynolds
in
without
2010.
talent. It's great. Oh, yeah, I said it. No. All right, so that's a little bit about Dane Cook. I mean, he's really polarizing among stand-up community. There's a lot of people who just shit all over him.
People hate him.
We talked about this earlier, but I think he's like Nickelback.
Nickelback comedy.
Very popular, but somehow everyone hates him now. It doesn't really work. You know what I mean? Like he's blamed for a lot of what's wrong with comedy.
Interesting.
He's been accused of plagiarism. He's been, just basically said to be talentless and just got lucky. A lot of the shit that,
I
that
definitely don't think that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that either. I loved him back in the day. Like, I had his first album, Heartful of Swallowed. I thought it was really funny. His first half an hour was really funny. His video, I should say, first video half hour was really, really funny. I really enjoyed him. Also, it did appeal to how old I was at that time, and I was probably like 25. So it's kind of bro humor, a lot of it.
I feel like there's things in this special that do age him that we can get into later.
Oh yeah, probably for sure. Let's just get right to. Well, actually, yeah. Let's talk about a couple things. And he's got a really interesting life. If you haven't heard about kind of some of the weird shit that's been happening with him, but he was accused of plagiarizing a couple different bits. One from Louis C.K. One, I believe Joe Rogan accused him. Joe Rogan accuses everybody of stealing shit.
I'm curious of which one.
But Louis C.K. actually said that he's like, hey, I don't think he stole it from me. I think maybe he heard me say some stuff and it sort of just got mixed in with some of his stuff. He went to bat for him and he was like, he's not the kind of person who would do that. That's not what he does. He played.
Louis,
did you see the episode
man.
of Louis where they kind of recap that whole scenario?
Uh-uh.
There's an episode of Louis where Dane Cook comes on as himself. And there's like a controversy about whether Dane Cook's character stole Louis C.K.'s joke.
Oh, really?
In the special.
Where would you watch that?
Well. Louis?
Yeah.
Is that on his
website?
Everything.
It might just be on his website.
Probably.
Now.
I think Louis is very much like, fuck everyone else. I'm doing my own thing.
Yeah.
Right now, so.
Yeah. He just recently put his shit out on Spotify.
Right.
I remember it wasn't on Spotify. I ended up having to I bought all of Louis' specials.
Right.
Off his website.
Ron Wyatt talked mad shit about Dane Cook. There's a lot of dudes who I really respect who really hate him. There's some guys who are like, I don't get why everybody hates him so much. I mean, anytime you get that popular that quick, people are going to hate it. Let's just be honest. And that's just the way it is.
Yeah, for a fact.
Very, very popular in a very short amount of time. I'm not sure how long he was doing stand-up before he got really popular. I don't think it was that long. You know what I mean? Like, I think it was like maybe a handful of years.
He had to have started, though, because he said he'd been doing, stand-up for 30 years?
Did he say that?
Yeah,
I don't
in
remember.
the special he said something like that, and he said he's like 49 years old when this was recorded.
Yeah, he looks like I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know. It looks like maybe 2000, right around 2000 is when he started.
Yeah. Okay.
But he was very
out.
popular very quick though.
Yeah, like in
movies
what
like
6 years or something.
Whatever, yeah,
probably fucking got
so
shit
good for
popping.
that guy.
Yeah, man.
1994, he moved to New York City and started performing. Okay.
Good for him.
Okay, so I guess it's a little bit longer than I thought, but in any case,
Veteran.
Relatively speaking, pretty meteoric and quick rise to fame. I mean, within 5-6 years, he's making 7-8 years.
Well, and I remember when I was in high school, people loved him.
Yeah.
When I was on live just a second ago. Which guys keep that know that I'm gonna do that on Mondays.
You're gonna do live before we
record the pod.
Just get some ideas.
A friend of mine, Carol Ann, she's like, yeah, I thought he was good when I was 15 years old.
Big ups to Carol Ann.
So Carol Ann knows.
Yeah, we're like, hey, what do you think of Dane Cook? I thought he was great when I was 15 years old. Everybody did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Chris Jessup was like, he's the GOAT.
He was the GOAT.
Yeah.
Wouldn't he say he was the GOAT when I was 15 years old or something?
No, he just said he was the GOAT.
He was the GOAT. Goated. GOAT status.
Yeah.
A la Chris Jessup, local comedian. All right. Overall impressions. What did you think of this particular special?
I liked it. I know it's not your opinion. I don't know what other people's opinions are. I enjoyed it.
I liked it.
Yeah. First,
anything to expand on it? 6. I gave it a 6.
No, do you want me? All right, you want me to expand on it?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay. What I liked about it is, to me, it was not your normal stand-up special. It didn't seem like he was necessarily going for the most laughs.
Sure.
It seemed like he was kind of trying to take you on stories and kind of make you feel different emotions that maybe he had felt at certain times, and then trying to put that laugh on top of it for the turns. So he's kind of trying to do something a little bit harder to do in the first place. I also like the fact that the camera angles I thought were awesome.
Okay, visually.
Yeah, visually it looked really good. Yeah, and in between jokes, I noticed too, like he had a lot of his jokes were longer, and after a joke was over, it would almost like pan out and show his house, like in between jokes, almost as like a transition kind of thing between.
Yeah, they they played around a lot with the photography, with the zooming in and zooming out, and zooming across over the hills, and some stuff from behind him, some crowd shots, some things like that. Yeah, I thought visually it was an impressive special.
Yeah, it was
his
really
house
good.
is sick, dude. His house is super sick. Like
What
very
if the
nice.
inside sucks? The backyard's cool. We know that.
I'm guessing the inside's fine. That would be funny though. It's just like a bunch of freezers. Just in a,
Yeah, he's a
and
hoarder.
on linoleum.
Bunch of shit he bought off
figures.
TV.
Hey, that's 37 issues of National Geographic in his bathroom.
He has porn in there,
Yeah, for sure.
which is National Geographic
I
for 13-year-olds.
for his 13-year-old girlfriend, for his 23-year-old girlfriend. He made it a point to talk about his very young girlfriend. He's 49, she's 23.
Yep.
Oh, he said that was in the clip that we played actually. So, probably
Which
use that.
I thought that was a good move to do that. It's a good lean in, like make jokes on it. You're clowning on yourself, kind of. I thought that was a good move.
I didn't take it as clowning him. I took it as I'm the shit. I'm dating a 23-year-old. That's
Oh,
what
I
took
didn't
it
think
as.
so. He's like,
disagree.
oh, I came up to her while she was doing her homework. I was like, hey,
no, that's-
bedtime.
Yeah, but
That's funny.
it's fine. I don't think it's. I think it's humble bragging is essentially what it is. I think it's like we talked about it a couple weeks ago where people are like, it's sort of a joke about it, but it's like, oh yeah, check this out. I'm dating a 23-year-old.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's addressing.
Look at my house.
He's
look
addressing.
at my house and look at me dating a 23-year-old, and look at the Botox I have. I think I'm pretty fucking cool. That's what he's
Well,
saying.
he can't get into clubs, so he has to do it in his house.
What do you mean he can't get into the clubs?
I'm just talking shit.
I think
I'm
he
just
probably
kidding.
can. Is he a pedophile or something? Or like, is there some
No, I made
legal
that up.
issue?
No,
Oh,
he can get into clubs.
Are
I
we
was
do-
just-
are we-
I was just kidding.
Are we spilling dirt on Dane Cook like we did about Jeannie Gaffigan having an affair? Not confirmed. Not
Dane
confirmed.
Cook's also a cheater. No, I'm just kidding. He has a lot in common with Jane
Absolutely.
Gaffigan.
Man. I thought.
Shout out to Old
visually,
Crimson Lager.
That was incredible. Oh yeah, Old Crimson Lager. By the way, that's our beer of choice today.
Thank you, Old Crimson.
Great beer out of I don't even know where their brewery is, but whatever. My cousin gave me some, and I'm gonna drink more of it.
They're
It's good
legendary.
stuff. They're legendary, man. It's
Yeah.
a legendary lager.
The Cougar Collective.
That's right. Oh yeah, it goes to the Cougar Club. Any cans you buy, a portion of the proceed goes to Wazoo, trying in vain to get people to stay there and play football. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, I thought it was for like cougars,
Oh no,
like
not
old
for,
ladies
not for old
chasing
women.
guys.
Nope. No.
Well, that's why it's called
Although
Old Crimson.
Cougar Collective. I mean, that does sound about right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought in terms of my overall impressions, I didn't like it. I mean, we talked about this. I didn't think it was good, and I think and here's why. Long bits, and something we disagree on. Word economy. Now, he just rambles a lot without really saying anything, in my opinion.
Yeah, I didn't feel
and
like
it'll be minutes in between punchlines. Minutes.
Yeah.
And I understand, setting the stage or anything like that, or even like you mentioned, he'll use some interesting words. He has interesting word choice.
His
that'll be-
vocabulary is pretty awesome, dude.
His vocabulary is pretty good.
It's great. I haven't heard another comic with vocabulary like
Patton
that.
Oswalt. Patton Oswalt has the best vocabulary.
Well,
of
we'll
any
find out
comic.
when we cover his shit.
We will. But just in any case, I just thought he took a long time to get anywhere, and I don't think I would have hated it so much because I really didn't like it. Like I can't really think of any part that I really enjoyed. I don't think I laughed one time during that. Now, when I'm watching the special by myself, it's not like I'm going to be laughing out loud a lot, but I didn't even really giggle at much. And I think I really do think the reason is that like to me it's like a watered down version of what I remember of him 20 years ago. And so it's sort of like watching Mike Tyson get his ass kicked by Jake Paul. You're like, I remember this guy used to be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Dane Cook, known as a very energetic storyteller, long form storyteller, a lot of act outs, a lot of quick movements, a lot of kind of
Still a lot of act outs.
Still a lot of act outs, but it's a lot of it's like a 30% of what it used to be. In my opinion, from my recollection of the old stuff. So it's just kind of like
This one just seemed to be going a different direction.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
Like, okay, we listen to these comedy specials and we're like, all right, well, who's getting the most laughs per minute or whatever? Like, that's kind of how we listen to them, right? We covered Anthony Jeselnik last week.
Sure.
Anthony Jeselnik is telling jokes. It's just one-liner jokes, essentially, just over and over and over again.
True.
What I liked about this is, for one, you're right. There is not a whole bunch of laughter. That being said, it was also filmed outside,
Yeah.
right? So
It sounded like there was a laugh track.
I didn't
parts.
feel like there was.
There wasn't, but it sounded like there kind of was.
And I felt like those laughs might be louder if it was recorded in somewhere like a club
Maybe.
or somewhere else, for sure. Because you're
You
not.
could spend more money miking up the audience instead of all the fucking drone footage of like every part of the house.
Also, how do you get tickets to that? Somebody have to go to his house and he's like, yeah, $30 and you get.
I bet he didn't have any problems getting rid of those tickets.
There's a door guy.
Dude,
just like
the first
collecting
20
money.
Here's what's weird to me. So the first 20 minutes of the special is essentially one story with zero punchlines.
False.
Okay, sorry, one punchline.
No.
It's
No, I'm telling you false, as in, you're right, that is the first story, but that's not. He opens with crowd work.
Oh god, well that didn't even count. That was also something. Actually,
Okay, well,
now that you mention it, that is something else I hated. Opening with crowd work?
Yeah.
Weird.
You kind of have to.
How?
Yeah, man, he's recording at his house. This is a different thing. He's recording at his house. And then he goes in, his first story, the one that you hated, is a story.
Horrible.
Yeah, I wasn't fond of it. It wasn't my favorite. But I could see why you'd have to do it. Right? The reason he did that story, in my opinion, not because I'm fucking tight with Dane
You
or
and
nothing.
Dane, dude. Trying to
Dane
get that road work.
cooking cookies.
Let Dane cook.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, I thought he had to do that to emphasize the point that you guys are all at his house right now and that don't fucking stay here because I have a shotgun and I will kill you.
Okay, I wonder about that. That's okay.
Have you thought about
that's
that?
inviting. No, I was actually wondering about on a similar note, like you're going to invite a bunch of strangers to your house after you just told a 20-minute story about being stalked.
I think that's why he
What
had
a
to,
fucking
that's
weirdo,
why he
dude. Why
opened
would
with
you
that
do that?
story. I think that's why he opened with that. Right? As to be like, kind of don't be like this person.
Do you understand what I'm saying about like the arrogance of this entire special to me though? I haven't been doing any comedy for a long time. I'm going to fill in my sick ass house. I'm going to film in my sick ass house. My first story is going to be, I had a stalker. Everybody fucking loves me
What's
so
the
much.
special called?
I'm dating a girl who's, dude, yeah, above it all. is
He's
the name of
above
the
it
special.
all, man.
No, see, that's what I'm saying though. When you say he's like self-deprecating, like in what way? Everything he's doing is
I didn't
a
say
brag.
he's self-deprecating.
You said that when he was talking about his girlfriend being 23, he wasn't rubbing it in anybody's face.
Oh. No, well, that's just not what I got from it.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. It's the cumulative effect
He did
of all these
self-deprecate
things.
too, as well.
Yeah, but not in a way. We talked about that part enough. Not in a way I think that was, that was actually
here's what
shitting
I
himself.
thought. I agree with you. I was not fond of that first bit. What I will say about it though, didn't get a lot of laughs, whatever. I did think it was very engaging, right? It was an engaging story. He's relating to something that has happened to him. He's telling you something that, okay, we might not be able to relate to, but this is also something that happened to him, right?
Yeah, I mean,
a story, that's what makes
and I'm
good
not even sure I
stories.
believe it either, but
I believe it. I don't believe all of it. I don't believe the lady was like, I'm here, get me a banana or whatever.
oh yeah, of course. I mean,
Yeah.
I'll give him some artistic license. The entire story was made up. Nobody wants to stalk the
story-
90-year-old
I don't know
guy
if the
with a
story
fake
was made
face.
up. Dude, he fucked Jessica Alba.
You just made that up.
No, did you see the movie? Good luck, Chuck, dude.
Dude, you've already mentioned that twice, and it's in a movie. That's not
She
real
was-
life, dude.
she was so-
His name's also not Chuck in real. Did you know that? It's not Dane Chuck Cook.
No,
All right.
But Jessica Alba, what was her name in that movie?
Alba Jessica.
Jessica Alba. What do you mean to do? You want me to kick out Quince?
I want you to get the sock out of his mouth right now.
Okay.
Shut the door. He's going to run out the door with it. God damn it. My dog comes into my laundry pile and just steals stuff and then chews holes in my socks because he's bored.
All right.
And yeah, kick him out too if you wouldn't mind.
Quincy.
And beat him a couple times too.
Come on.
Oh, Quincy boy, you dirty bastard. Make sure that thing clicks or else he will open it.
Clicked.
Okay. So that was fun to listen to, I bet. That was good content. That's probably going to be the breakout video.
Oh, great. Yeah. The one nobody can see.
Absolutely, yeah. But yeah, so we just disagree on it, and it's fine. I was not impressed with it at all. I thought that the jokes were sloppy. We're not tight at all. And he looked. Here's the thing. He
guess,
looked
with that.
insecure to me. Like, this is the thing. He didn't look sure of himself when he was performing. He looked like he was holding back quite a bit.
Well, bro, you're also in their backyard. It's gonna be
Then don't film
weird.
it in your backyard. If you
Okay,
can't do
I
it
agree.
right.
I agree. I'm just saying I could see how that looked uncomfortable.
Yeah, maybe he thought better of it after he already started. I don't know, man. I mean,
It did look uncomfortable.
It's
I thought.
possible.
And it would just be weird to be like, I have all these people in my backyard and now I'm filming a special. I thought that was weird.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think you should probably know that going in. I mean, it's going to be weird to film in your house.
Also, no opener.
No opener, what?
It didn't seem like there was an opener.
Oh, like he didn't have a warm-up guy?
Yeah.
Do we know that, though? We don't really know that.
No, I'm just making assumptions. Nobody introduced him up.
Yeah, nobody introduced him. That's true. But I mean, yeah, I don't know. There could have been. Who knows? That's interesting. Maybe there was, maybe there wasn't. It did seem like the energy was just kind of started out from zero. So maybe he didn't have an opener.
Exactly. Which would also be why you wouldn't get as many laughs, perhaps.
Yeah, but again, these are all things he should have. You got to figure this out before you do this dumb shit. You know what I mean? Like you're worth a lot of money. You have producers.
Well, his brother stole so much of his money, man.
Well, his brother apparently stole a bunch of his money. That's his, and he went to jail.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
whatever. But no, like, so he has enough money. He has enough friends in the industry. He's been around movies and comedy specials and everything all his entire life. To miss these details, I don't think you just get a pass for it. Like, you should know better, or you should hire somebody who knows better. You know what I mean?
Well, okay. I guess if we're going to summarize the first intro into the special, I would say it seemed like there was no opener, for one. I think it wasn't a bad move to start with crowd work if there wasn't an opener, and also just in the fact that you're at his house and it's kind of a weird thing to be at anyways. And then to tell a story about you being stalked that directly deals with you being in your house, I could see how he's kind of trying to connect all these dots at the same time, just so that, people don't feel, how people are after shows. Sometimes they want to hang around and shit.
Sure.
And just to be like, this is my fucking house. Get out of here. You know what I mean?
I don't know that the subtle telling a story about your house is the way to get people to get the fuck out of your house.
No, but it's a subtle way to tell people you got a shotgun.
Get out. After the show's over, just tell them to leave. That's pretty simple.
Well, I mean, you tell them, hey,
You think he
shoot you with
didn't
a
have
shotgun.
security there? Of course he has security there.
I don't know.
If he didn't, and he just told a 20-minute story about a stalker, he's a GD moron.
A GD moron?
A GD moron.
Yeah.
Because his stalker could have been there for all he knows.
Yeah.
Like, what a dumb thing to do.
Well, I just think that there was something he was trying to get across, I think, with that.
Okay.
Over the story. Maybe I'm wrong.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's talk about the crowd work that he did do. How bad was it? It was terrible.
It wasn't awesome.
It was super awkward. I would definitely not start my special with that and then actually start. I would have cut that.
Well, and
go straight into your story first.
It seemed like there was
horrible 20-minute story. Go into that.
It seemed like there was multiple takes, right? I don't think it was take one.
Oh, you think so? Probably.
Yeah, I think he kind of said something about that. That's why
so he gave another additional 150 people to his house. He's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I do think you're right. That is crazy.
That's nuts, dude.
Well, also too, like you're going to do that, and then that's the crowd work you go with.
Yeah.
So that just kind of reinforces your point.
Yeah. It was pretty weak crowd work, and I hate crowd work anyway, but like that was especially weak. I thought.
No, but it was just he was just trying to get people engaged and get, into his joke that had to pertain kind of with that, whatever.
What do you think about what he was wearing? Fashionista time. What did you
like? Fashionista. No, he looked like he was trying to join a frat. Yeah, his fashion didn't look good. It looked like he was trying to match whatever his girlfriend looks like, like trying to look young.
He met her. It looked like he did kind of look like he met her at like a dorm party or like a frat party.
It looked like he was dressing to like take his girlfriend to school or something and be like, "Look at me, I'm cool."
He wore exactly what I wear, except for I wear a backward hat most of the time. So that's really the only difference.
He was close.
It was pretty bad.
And you don't have the Botox.
I don't have the Botox. I just have a giant zit on my forehead instead of the Botox. So
I wasn't gonna say a word about that,
dude. It's an antler. It's rough, dude.
It's an antler.
It is rough. It's a rough day for your boy. I was gonna wear a hat so I could cover that up, not to cover up my bald spot. Cover
it's
up
an antler.
My bald spot, meaning my entire head. But yeah, the little horn I got going.
Cool, man.
There.
Like Hellboy.
It's pretty weird to get zits when you're 45. You know what I mean?
That's just how you know you're dirty. You're just a dirty guy.
I get one-offs all the time. I never had acne or
One-offs.
anything growing up, but I get one zit at a time, at once every 6 months for my entire life.
Wow.
Weird, huh?
Yeah, that is weird. I mean, I had really bad acne when I was younger.
Yeah,
When like Dane Cook was really hot is when I had bad acne.
Well, maybe that's why he got Botox. He got Botox because he had acne. I don't know if there's any correlation. But yeah, so you thought overall not great.
The whole special, or just the beginning?
The fashionista part.
Oh, the fashionista part. Oh, it was whatever. He did mention how that was his high school sweater, right? And that he was wearing the Air Force Ones or whatever he was wearing, those Nikes, for his dead mother. She is dead, right? I didn't just add on. She's dead.
I don't remember. Probably.
Maybe alive, maybe dead.
Probably died of embarrassment after watching the special.
Let's go undead.
She's undead.
She's in the middle.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. But yeah, it wasn't anything crazy, and it did look like he was trying to look young.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to look young.
Yeah,
and also,
that is
here's
what
what
it was like.
I thought it was weird. Okay, the fashion show. You know, you're filming at your house. Your house is sick.
Yeah.
And you're dressed like a teenager.
Well, at the same time, though, what are you going to wear? You're going to wear a suit in your own home?
No, just wear like
come
a
out in
nice
a pair of
button-up,
sweats,
dude. Just come out in a sweat, dude. Just a bathrobe.
Yeah.
Just come out in a bathrobe.
Come out comfy.
a shower cap.
Yeah, come out comfortable. This is your home.
Nah,
people are
man.
lucky to
I
be
mean, but
here.
it's a sick house. If it was a shittier house, like if I did a special at my house, I could wear t-shirts. I could wear a wife beater and Speedos.
What do you think he should have worn?
I think like just a button down, or jackets are big. We talked about that. Just like a nice t-shirt with a jacket over top.
Oh.
With some jeans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe a decent pair of I didn't have a problem with
Undeniably.
the shoes, but I don't know anything about the shoes.
Undeniably, he looked better than Jim Gaffigan.
Yeah.
Hands
Did he
down.
look better than anybody else other than Jim Gaffigan that we've covered?
I mean, he just looked regular day. He just looked like a frat boy, like I said, man. I don't know. That must be what he's going for. I don't know why you'd wear your high school sweater, and it's almost kind of sad your high school sweater fits you. You know what I mean? Do some fucking curls or something.
It looks like new, though. I think he bought it recently. It didn't look like it was like an old weathered. He's 49. You're telling me this sweatshirt?
And you can fit in your high
He's
school
like
sweater.
15 years old. Look how tattered and shit this is. There's no way.
Bro, nobody gives a shit about your high school either.
Yeah, I mean,
Nobody gives a shit. Why are you wearing a high school sweater?
that's his. Whatever he wants. I mean, in terms of the logo, whatever.
Wear an old Crimson sweater.
old Crimson Lager sweatshirt.
Old Crimson Lager, right?
Get it
Where
at your
the
local
Cougars
dealership.
are collected.
The
And
Cougars are collected.
and also maybe what you should be going for, Dane Cook. Maybe you should be going for a Cougar that's into a guy that's trying to look young.
He is a Cougar. What are you talking about? He's a
Yeah, I know,
whatever
but maybe
dude
he can
version
try
of
to
a Cougar
convince
is.
him that he's young.
Is there a dude version of a Cougar? There is, right? I don't remember what it's called.
A pedophile.
That's a good point. That's a good call. All right.
All right, cool. We're going places
All right.
with this.
We did pedophile stuff.
It's all right.
So overall, we didn't love the fashion, but that's I don't
fashion.
really
He
give a
gets
shit.
Yeah,
It was fine.
It was. Yeah, he didn't. It wasn't.
It didn't move the needle for me at
wow.
all. But I would have worn something a little nicer, just because of how nice his house is, dude.
Also, don't wear a
looked
high
like-
school sweater.
He looked like he was. I understand that
I
part.
hate that part.
You really hate that part. You know what you're good at in our podcast? What I appreciate about you is making the same point 8 times. in a row.
Thank you. I appreciate
So
that.
good at it. Repetition, man. You're all about repetition.
It makes
The rule of 8s from Colton Trey.
I'll bring it up again.
What did you like? Yeah. It looked like he didn't own the house because of what he was wearing, in my opinion. Like it looked like
Oh, really?
almost like his grandparents had an estate up there and he just like inherited it. You know
Yeah.
what I
He
mean?
looks like he's got trust fund money. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
But he doesn't own a collared shirt. Come on, man.
Yeah. Button it up.
All right. What else do you want to talk about? What did you like? What did you like? What did you not like?
Okay.
Anything? Any direction you want to go with it?
Yeah. All right. Like I said, I like the camera angles. I thought the camera angles were really cool. I thought it was directed really good. There's even a part where there's a plane flying over and he has to drag out and act out as this plane flies over because obviously it's super
Dude,
loud.
I thought that saved his entire special. I thought it was going nowhere until that happened, and it sort of loosened him up, and then he was a little bit more like.
Well, and then I liked the cut to his producer, director, Marty. whatever his name was.
McFly.
But I thought that, yeah, that's it. But I love the cut from that because then you see Marty and he's like, ah.
Oh yeah, I've never seen that. I don't think I've ever seen.
I liked that
in the middle. So in the middle of the special, they cut to the director or the producer or whoever.
Yeah.
And he's in like the truck, like he's in the production truck.
Yeah.
And you see all the screens and shit behind him, and he's just like kind of shrugging, like, I don't know what to do. You know, like.
I like that. I thought that was cool.
I didn't like it at the time.
Why do you not like stuff so much,
But you know what?
man?
I'm okay with it now.
Yeah, I thought it was a cool little move.
It was. I mean, as bad as the rest of the special was, there was nothing wrong with that
Special. The special just went up after that stalker joke for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
better.
it definitely. It was such a bad start for me. But anyway,
Right.
But in any case, I did think that part of the show made it seem like a real I think we've talked about this before. Like when unexpected stuff happens at a comedy show, that's why comedy is so much fun to watch live, right?
Right.
Because you don't know what's going to happen. The number of times you've been at the comedy club and you can hear a siren.
Yeah.
Because there's like, somebody just OD'd on fentanyl, probably. I mean, that's the guess.
Yeah. Or they got stabbed.
And you have to deal with it. And you can't just like, oh, wait, we'll just wait for. Even Dane Cook, like he said they're going to wait for it, but he didn't. He had to do an act out for an extra 20 minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
20. The guy's just circling for 20 minutes. Like, no, for 20 seconds, and he had to sneak on his feet.
There's also another part of the special where you can hear a helicopter coming in, right? And then the next scene or whatever, like the next thing, you don't hear that helicopter anymore. But then at the end of the special, he makes a joke. Like after credits are starting to roll, he makes a joke about how that helicopter is probably Tom Cruise because he lives so close to Tom or whatever.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah,
something
so
like
there
that.
was
That was right at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, towards the end there's obviously multiple cuts of it. That's what I took from that. But yeah, man, I know you hated it. I honestly didn't hate it. I think some of the
Hate's probably too. Well, no, I don't. I didn't like it at all.
it just didn't, to me, it didn't feel like it was geared for necessarily comedy all the way. I don't think that the main goal was like, hey, let's see how many laughs I can get.
Well,
I think
then
he was kind of
behind what I'm saying then, though. That's
well,
the
I think
point
he
of
was
a
kind of
comedy
taking,
special.
yeah, but I think he was kind of trying to take us on a little bit of a different adventure. He was talking about some emotional shit and how he felt, and I could kind of tell that he was trying to get the audience to feel that same way, and then trying to also then make the flip and the laugh at the end of it. I don't know, man. That's a harder move. It's easy to just keep everybody laughing. That's one thing. But if you're trying to make people laugh and then now you're trying to take them on a trip to where now they're sad or they're emotional or whatever, and then to bring it back around to try to make them feel funny again, that's not an easy task on its own.
I agree with that. I also think he's not the person that I want to go on that journey with, to be honest with you. Like, he's not. So his comedy style coming up was not I'm going to take you on an emotional journey. It was it was just kind of like fucking around and being like super duper vulgar and very, not vulgar so much, just really, really high energy act outs and all that. I don't want that. Mike Birbiglia, I want to hear a story from Mike Birbiglia, right?
Yeah.
Or from Bill Cosby, or for somebody who's a noted storyteller, somebody I know can do these things. Mm-hmm. I don't want somebody who that's not what they're there for. We talked about before with other comics not going outside of their comfort zone. Like Anthony Jeselnik, that special was very Anthony Jeselnik. Jim Gaffigan, that special was very Jim Gaffigan. They didn't stray out of their audience comfort zone.
Yeah, that being said, though.
I know, and I criticized it, and I'm criticizing doing it.
Okay, well, now I'm going to say this. Those specials were filmed in theaters and comedy clubs that are known like this. The goal is, hey, we're coming here to laugh. You would go to Dane Cook's house, you think you're going there to laugh, but you're also going there for a Dane Cook show, whatever the fuck that's going to be. You know what I mean? It's not like you're walking into the comedy club and then leaving there like, oh, we didn't get the laughs that we thought we were going to get. No, you're going to his house. You're getting a different show.
He's taping a comedy special.
He's taping a special.
So
it doesn't say this is comedy special. You can probably find that somewhere on there.
I don't know if it says that or not. I'm not sure, but
regardless, the special moment though. The special
did we
moment.
think it was a non-com? Of course we didn't.
And who's
it on
releasing
stand-up
drama specials?
Exactly, drama special. Well,
maybe we should
Hannah
invent
Gadsby for one. Yeah,
we shouldn't come up with that.
No. I mean,
right.
I don't want to I don't know. I didn't as a one-man show, which is essentially what you're sort of
that's
talking
what I'm talking
about.
Yeah,
It's real weak. I would say. Even weaker than as a comedy special, because I thought his stories don't really go anywhere. They don't tell you anything other than like, hey, I got stalked, whatever. But it wasn't like, there wasn't a lot about.
I think you're focusing so much on that stock story and not.
It's
off
the
of
worst
the other
story
bits.
ever. The other major one he did toward the end.
Yeah, the hot dog one.
The hot dog. Yeah, I think it was
Where he's talking about how he almost quit comedy.
Oh yeah, where he almost. That
And
was
then he
the
goes into the
longest
story about it.
Oh god.
I honestly really like that story. He does a really good job at painting pictures. And he's
Paint
like
me a word picture.
yeah, he's great at that. And he had it, like we were already talking about, had a great vocabulary, and he was able to kind of just make these stories, like paint them for people. I thought that was really well done. And the act outs to match were good. There we go. I thought the act outs to match were good. Yeah, I know it's not for everybody. I didn't like it my first time through. I even had a part in my notes where I was like, transitions, boo. But then I rewatched it and I was like, I get it. It's just not what we are looking for, I think, as stand-up fans. But it's definitely its own show. You know what I mean?
Sure, I'll give it its own show. I wouldn't call it if I had to label it, I wouldn't call it a comedy at this point.
Okay. I get what you're saying.
And that's what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? That's the thing I don't like about it. If it was supposed to be a drama, you know what I mean? If it's a spoken word, like, hey, Dane Cook does a poetry reading, and then I'm like, I didn't laugh once. That wouldn't be fair. You know what I mean? But
it's also not for you then, Jay.
That's fine. It cannot be for me, but I don't have to sit here and pretend to like it.
No, but some people do like that.
Understood. You clearly did.
Well, I mean, it's not like it was my favorite special of all time or anything.
Yeah, I'm
not
holding you to that standard.
I understand what he was doing.
Yeah, and your wife liked it.
Yeah, Bev loved it. She thought it was really good.
Bev, dude. Bev's always the wild card.
I know she is. She likes story-based shit, though. And the fact that it was very driven by stories, I think that was cool. Now, that being said, it was a story-based special, kind of similar to Josh Wolf's special. Josh Wolf's special was undeniably way funnier. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm saying that. What I'm also saying, though, is Dane Cook's special drew more emotions than just funny. Yeah.
Rage. Yeah. Definitely.
Dude, you can't tell me that you couldn't relate a little bit to that, like, going on the road story and going to a place where they don't have mics, they don't have any of that shit set up.
It's so masturbatory, though. It's
and then
like,
leaving.
Oh, look at what all I did, and then I almost quit, and look at how great I don't like it.
Yeah, but that's more of like a, hey, don't give up kind of
message. But it was don't give up in like that saccharine, fake, like patronizing way. That's what it felt like to me. And maybe I'm just cynical, and that's just me problem. But to me, it felt very like look at me now, and I want to make sure that everybody out there feels loved and appreciated when you don't believe it. You know what I mean? Like that's
but I just don't feel like that's what he said.
It isn't what he said, but
because he didn't even say, "Hey, don't quit." He just said, "Hey, I almost I did." I think quit.
It was implied.
And then it was implied, but that's a great way to do that. But that's a great way to do that. That way, you're not saying all those cheesy words.
Yeah, I just think it was obvious that he was doing that, and that, I don't know. It didn't strike me as genuine, and maybe that's a me problem. I don't know, but that's the way I felt about it. It didn't strike me as genuine.
Interesting,
but
I thought it was genuine.
Yeah, it's because you can't see bullshit the way I can.
Okay.
Stick in this business long enough, kid, you'll see it.
And I'm not saying it got a bunch of laughs or it was the funniest thing ever. I'm not saying that.
All right, I think we talked enough about that kind of shit.
I did also want to say another thing I liked about it was he does an act out where, let me see if I can explain it correctly. An act out where he's talking about is in his last bit where he's talking about everything that is going on in the bar or whatever that he's in. He's like, oh, they had TVs still on, the games were on, and people were like, oh, the highlights or whatever, right? He does a joke. It's not even really, I don't know if it's a joke or not, but it's an act out. But in the act out, he's narrating still the scene, but he does it in an act out where he is like part of it. I thought that was really cool.
He's narrating the scene. He's also a character in the scene.
Yeah, he's narrating this. He's narrating the scene, and he talks about how like the highlights are on or whatever. So he says
like as a person at the party or whatever
Yes,
whatever it is. He's
but
like,
also-
highlights are on. Yeah.
but also as like the narrator as he's explaining, it's in the same vein.
Oh, I see.
I thought that was a really cool.
So he's doing two things at once there.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool
Okay.
because that's not something I've ever seen before.
All right. Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to talk about? Let me see if I have anything else. I think that's all I really wanted to talk about. I didn't love it, as we already mentioned, but yeah. Any other like parts of the special you feel are worth mentioning?
Yeah, I liked that he has a joke about there was a lady on the Citizen app that was brandishing a weapon. He's like, I don't even know what brandishing is.
Yeah, that's pretty.
He's like, it sounds like you're doing it with a dance or something. He like does an act out of dancing and like brandishing a knife.
Yeah, brandishing being like, yeah.
But then in the next sentence, he says brazen. And I was like, you're too dumb to know what brandishing is, but you don't know what brazen means.
But you do know what brazen means?
Yeah.
Well, you said his vocabulary, it's your favorite thing.
Yeah, dude, it was good. It was good vocab.
You said it was the best thing that's ever happened to you was his vocabulary. I remember you saying that.
Probably the best thing to ever happen to stand up just in general.
Just in general is Dane Cook's vocabulary.
And I want to come into this. I want you guys to know,
too. Do you think he would
too.
look better? You think he'd look better if he'd never had Botox?
No.
Really?
No.
Really?
No. His girlfriend would be 26 years old if he didn't have Botox.
So she'd be 3 years older than she is now? That's rough.
Yeah. It's rough. Yeah.
Still 20 years younger than your old saggy balls? Not yours, but his.
Yeah, no, thank you. I'm glad you clarified that.
Because everybody knows dudes get like more handsome as they age, generally speaking.
That's true.
Up into like their 50s.
Yeah, unless you're wearing a high school sweater trying to look like a freaking idiot.
Yeah, he should have embraced aging. He also is he's a little, he gained a little bit of weight too. I mean, he looks fine. I'm not saying
He looks great.
Great stretch.
He looks okay. He does not look unhealthy.
I mean,
he looks healthy.
He looks fine. Where'd you like the special? We've done 5 so far, the dirty 5.
I mean, I know I've probably already said an order that I'm going to totally go against right now.
Yeah, no, I was thinking that too. I'm like, is my order going to change? It's going to be close.
My order's going to change. It's probably Anthony Jeselnik.
At the bottom.
Right. And then Jim Gaffigan.
Okay.
Then Adrian Appalucci. And then Dane Cook. And then Josh Wolf.
So now Josh Wolf's your favorite? I think he was your least favorite last week. I'm almost positive.
It's because now I'm ranking him story-wise, I feel like. I'm going off of like
That's
this.
so funny. Now,
honestly, okay, you're right. Now, if I'm going
do whatever you want.
strictly off of stand-up, what I want in
Your
stand-up,
integrity shop.
I am going, oh, God, this is so hard to do.
It's not.
Yes, it is. My top one is going to be Adrian Appalucci.
Yeah, you like that one.
And then I'm going to go Jim Gaffigan.
Marinating.
Then Josh. Then Dane. Then Anthony Jeselnik.
You're doing a lot of defending for a guy who has
just
near
because
the bottom.
if I'm going for, if we're just talking about stand-up.
Yeah. I would go, this is definitely my least favorite, but I would go Josh Wolf, probably Adrian Appalucci, Jim Gaffigan, and I'd probably go Anthony Jeselnik, then Jim Gaffigan, and then Dane Cook if we were doing it. I think.
Did you start from the bottom and went up?
No, I went up. I went from the top, went down.
You went from the top, went down. Can you say it again?
Josh Wolf.
Uh-huh.
What if I get the order wrong just now? Adrian,
Yeah.
I think it was Josh Wolf, Adrian Appalucci.
You're putting her at the bottom?
No. It's I went top.
Top
dude.
down. Okay.
Jesus.
Josh Wolf,
Adrian Appalucci.
Okay.
Anthony Jeselnik third. Jim Gaffigan fourth. This one fifth.
Got it. It's hard to rank them.
It's hard to rank them when you don't have it already just in front of you. You know
Well,
what I mean?
not even that. It's just hard to rank them in general because it's just totally different stand-up styles. You know?
Yeah, I don't know how you are, but there are definitely times I'll throw on a stand-up special that I love and I just won't be into it. Like I've seen it a bunch, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch, Bill Burr Let It Go, one of my favorite specials, and then I'm just not in the right mood for it, and so I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna do that today. I'm gonna listen to somebody else or do whatever. So
Right. Yeah, that Dane Cook special, it's not the best special of all time by any means. No. I was just saying it was engaging. That's what I think. It wasn't like you're gonna laugh the most or nothing, but it was an engaging special to watch. He's entertaining. He builds scenes. His act outs are on point. Like he is a master. It's a master fucking doing his thing, and obviously not going for laughs. He's not going for laughs. That's
he's
what
a master doing his thing, but it's not making you laugh.
Yeah.
Hey, Jesus. All right. All right, there we go.
Hopefully that made sense to you
It
guys.
didn't. Well, maybe. I don't know. We have a lot of fans that are on mescaline, so they probably figured it out.
Nice. Shout out to our mescaline fans.
Mescaline.
Mescaline, wearing high school sweaters.
Let's talk about some other things that happened today. So before we even went on today, she had the mom's meatloaf ready. Let's give it up for Mom.
Hey, Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now!
The meatloaf.
The meatloaf.
Mom, the meatloaf! Fuck!
Yep.
The best part about that drop is we are yet to have meatloaf.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we probably won't. I mean, I don't think the meatloaf's going to be on the table, but
My favorite was like when you
but tonight.
like it's a grilled cheese. We'll tell you guys what's in a grilled cheese later.
No, I was going to give the recipe for the corn chowder, dude.
Okay.
The grilled cheese. Yeah, I mean, dude, I did
funny.
want to throw out a mac and cheese recipe. That's pretty easy.
Yeah.
As well, but
You
there's
just
different
get
ways
a
to make
box
it,
of
though.
Kraft.
It definitely wasn't that, dude. That's the shit.
No, I'm playing.
But today we had a chicken stir fry, fried rice.
Teriyaki chicken and fried rice.
Yeah, teriyaki chicken fried rice. Not super crazy. I'll try to get a picture out in the recipe, but you'll figure it out. Mom's like, "Did you taste anything different than that?" I'm like, "Mom, you know I hate this game because I'm bad at it."
Well, that also sounds really like
do you taste anything different?
sinister. Do you taste anything?
Oh yeah. It tasted like and this clock just like keel over. There's oyster sauce in it. I'm like,
There is?
Okay, I don't know. I don't even know what's
In
if the
what?
oyster sauce is in the,
Oyster
is in the
sauce in
fried
what?
rice or in the teriyaki chicken. I have no idea.
Oh.
Because I don't know anything about. But anyway, okay, so that's the mom's meatloaf. I'll try to get you something out there. Again, Mom, thanks for cooking for us.
Thanks, Mama
Nothing
Jan.
Nothing goes better with teriyaki chicken and stir fried rice
Than oyster sauce.
than Old Crimson Lager.
I was on a different
Just shilling hard, dude. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna wear. When I'm gonna do a stand-up special, I'm gonna wear an Old Crimson Lager shirt.
That's a great
Obviously.
idea.
Oh, how'd your gigs do last week? Actually, you had gigs last week. I didn't.
Yeah, they're fun, man. Thursday and Friday, I was out in Yakima area,
Yeah.
Nachis and Sela, and got a host for Harry J. Riley
Yeah.
and Chris Jessup featured,
Nice.
and it was a
Well,
yeah, it was
Good.
great. Yeah,
good crowds?
Yeah, we went to Whistling Jack's,
Nice.
which is in like right outside of Yakima, and Nachis is what it's called. I
Whatever.
think.
Natchez.
Yeah, whatever.
Do you know how to pronounce it? I have no idea. I was just curious if you knew.
I like how I say it.
Okay, cool.
Nachis. The nice what was cool about Whistling Jack's, like that's where our cabin was and all that, which was cool. No TV in the cabin.
Oh,
is
you got
interesting.
lodging.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we were in like this log cabin. We all stayed in
That's
the same.
sick, dude.
So like one
No TV. Huh.
no TV. And you should have seen the table in this lodging look like a cafeteria table for like the Boy Scouts. There's like this wood long
Nice,
table
dude. That's awesome.
in the dining room. And then on
Like
the
a picnic bench
on the
like
second-
a picnic table.
yeah, on the second floor. So me, Harry, and Chris were all in the same spot. And so Harry took the bedroom that had one bed in it. Cool. Me and Chris were in this other bedroom that had 3 beds in it, and they were set up Boy Scout style. But it looked
This
like it
does
looked
not
it
get-
looked like a Boy Scout,
Maybe it was.
like where they would
possible.
stay. When I first got there, I thought I saw a ghost. I went up into our room and I thought I saw a ghost.
No, you realized this was Chris is pale as shit. You're like, oh my
No,
god. dude.
they were downstairs, and I went down to them.
The ghosts were?
Yeah. Do you guys know about the story of Whistling Jack? And they didn't.
Because it's not a real story.
Yep. Idiots, dude. They didn't even know.
So dumb. Harry will believe that shit too, dude. He loves ghosts.
I had Harry laughing, dude. It was pretty fun.
I'm not surprised at all. And then Saturday you did Afredo with Phil. Phil Cobb.
Phil Kopp, yeah, Davey and Davey
Davey
Wester.
Wester,
Yep. And
Right on, yeah, Phil
that
actually
shit was
shouted you
packed.
out.
That shit was packed.
Yeah, it was packed. Yeah, that show's always packed.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a fun time.
Yeah. Yeah, Phil shouted out, said you did 20 good minutes, which means you were terrible. And he just said that. 'cause
Is
he's
that what that
nice.
means? I was like, nice.
Yeah, no, he lies all the time. He says I do shitty all the time, so that's how I know he's lying.
That's how.
Obviously, dude. Obviously.
Only, yeah, it's all
We all
could
know
be.
what's going on. Yeah, so the segment that makes us all of our money, all of our listenership. How am I better than Dane Cook's segment? Would you like me to start or do you want to start?
Let me start. Yeah.
Whenever you're ready.
All right.
buddy.
How am I better than Dane Cook? Well, for one, I'm not dressing like I'm trying to look like I was in high school You freaking idiot, dude. You look kind of dumb. You talking about your young girlfriend and now, oh, look at me. I'm old, but look at how young I look. You don't look that young. You got surgery on your face to try to look younger. Also, how about you punch up a joke? Okay, we could use the special to be a little bit punchier. If you're going to put out a comedy special, let's make it punchy. Also, my brother never stole all of my money. There's that. That's one way I'm better than you too, right? Also, never shave your face all the way, okay? What are you, an idiot? What are you trying to be, a Jehovah's Witness or something? You look stupid as hell. Grow a little bit of a beard. Make yourself look distinguished and smart. Instead, you look dumb as hell. And I hated that for you. That's about what I have. That's about what I have for that.
You took all my lines. It's everything that I wanted, man. All right, Dane Cook. Your special is entitled Above It All. I wish you were 6 feet below it all. You are terrible. One of the worst things I've ever seen in my life. I can't believe that there's a stalker, that you have a stalker. That's why I don't believe that story. That means that one person is still a fan of yours, and I just don't buy it, okay? I don't know how many people you paid to come and watch you in the house that you quote unquote own, which is clearly not yours. That's definitely where they filmed like 4 of the 6 top porn movies last year. I remember that pool. You are not impressive. You had 0 punchlines. You told a 20-minute story about a stalker and a 20-minute story about I don't remember because I fell asleep. If you ever want me to watch your special again, I just have 3 words for you. Good luck, Chuck. Never again, Dane. I will never be duped. I'm so glad that you re-released this free. If I had to pay $3 to watch this, I would slit my own wrist. Was that too harsh?
Shit.
Probably.
You tell me.
Probably.
I don't know.
And I bet your 23-year-old girlfriend's ugly.
There it is.
No, man. Dane Cook. I still
job.
really enjoy it. I still really enjoyed Dane Cook's like early specials. This one just wasn't for me, obviously.
We get it.
Good for him though, man. Still doing it, still putting it out. I wonder how many views. I was gonna look at that. How many views he had? I'm sure he's still making decent money. Off it.
I looked at it. It wasn't
Wasn't
as
that
many
impressive?
as you'd think it would be. Yeah, on YouTube at least.
You ready? Are you gonna do it this week in plumbing the first time?
No, this week in plumbing.
You want to put 60
I got
seconds
this.
on the clock?
Yeah, I got this. 60
I don't have a. I don't
Let
have
me
a
know when it
clock
starts.
on it. All right, so this is a segment we've been looking at doing for a while now, but this is the first time we actually get into it. Colton Drake, Union 44.
Local 44, baby.
Local 44 plumber. I think it's hilarious when he talks about plumbing because I never understand what the fuck he's talking about. So we decided we're going to, every once in a while, do a segment called This Week in Plumbing. So without further ado, Colton Drake, this is This Week in Plumbing.
All right, this week in plumbing. Let's see. I'm not working because the builder didn't pay their fucking bill. Pay your bill, builder. This is December. All right, this is towards the end of December. People are, getting Christmas presents and stuff, and you're just fucking us for no reason. Why? I hate you for it. I'm still happy to be on this job, but I'm still upset the fact that I don't get to work, man. It sucks. So I don't have that much for this week in plumbing because I'm not doing shit. All right, I'm gonna get hopefully my tech can rank up, and then aside from that, I'm gonna be just trying to write jokes and go to open mics, but. Get it to fucking together, all right? I got a family to feed, and I name drop them, but
yeah, dude, Johnny Marinara, dude, is gonna go hungry.
I'm not gonna. That's my cat, and I'm not gonna name drop him because
I already did. Sorry, Johnny.
No, that's my cat. That's fine.
Oh, you're talking about the.
I'm talking about the builder, man. Yeah, I just want to give him all the smoke.
Don't do that.
Yeah, but yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, dude,
Get
that's
it together.
bullshit.
Pay your fucking bill. How hard is it? What do you expect? This ain't free.
Bev needs 2 more nipple piercings, dude. She's only got 3 right now. She wants 2 more. She wants an even 5.
Bev has no nipple piercings.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's my dad you're thinking about. My dad has 3 nipple piercings.
Your dad and Bev, I always get them mixed up, dude. I've never even met him, but something tells me he's not a 87-pound redhead. You know what I mean?
He's definitely not 5'5".
That was This Week in Plumbing with Colton Drake.
Thank you.
We got to do follower count. You want to do a final update on follower count? Let's just give you a recap. 4 weeks ago, we decided, hey, we have about the same number of followers. Let's see who's getting more and who's getting less followers. When we started, Colton had 391 followers. I had 360 followers. As of last week, Colton had 400 even followers, and I had 361. What do you got this week, buddy?
I got 404 followers.
404, another 4 followers, dude.
Thank you, guys.
Dude's killing it, man.
Thank you,
He
Zimbabwe.
is on the come up, man. 404 followers, but joke's on you because I got 360 followers. That's right. I lost another follower, dude. So far in the 5 weeks we've been doing this, I went from 360 all the way to 360. This is not working for me at all right now.
Jay's the one that puts
I'm
all
gonna
the
have to do a
effort into
follower
clipping
drive.
stuff up, too.
So ridiculous.
He
Dude.
puts all the effort into editing this
So
and
bad. I'm
clipping it up.
Nope. You're not a collaborator anymore. I'm never calling you a collaborator on the
That's
Instagram
bullshit.
reels. Why you didn't collaborate? I
I'm
do all the
collabing
work.
so hard, man. Obviously, what I'm doing is working.
I'm collabing so hard.
Look at what I'm doing. It's working.
Co-op, dude. I haven't felt this unloved in a long time. You guys,
Make Jay feel loved.
come on, man. A
Yeah,
couple
follow him.
of followers.
Suck his dick or
just so you
something.
remember, just so you remember, Colton Drake comedy at
Colton Drake Comedy.
on
On
Instagram.
Instagram.
Go ahead and follow him, and go ahead and follow me, Jaybird Comedy, or unfollow me. It might be funnier if I lose all my followers.
If you're at 0
Before
followers, that'd be
dude.
so fucked up.
That would be really hard to do, to get to 0 followers when you have followers. You know what I mean?
It would be really funny, but I could see it
All
also
right, everybody,
being really sad.
unfollow me.
Watch that just boost you.
Next week, I'm at 780. Like, wait, what happened?
It's like
I'm at 360.
It's like parents raising children. You
So
got to do the
bad, dude.
opposite.
So bad.
Get them to do stuff.
And get Colton that comma, dude. Colton wants the comma.
I do want the comma.
Wants the comma. He's almost halfway there.
I would love a thou wow. I would love that.
Thou wow.
Yeah. If I
Little
got
thou
a thou,
wow.
I'd be like, wow.
God, that's so bad. So that was follower count. We're not doing this segment anymore. Not if it keeps losing me followers.
What?
The whole idea is to help me, not hurt me.
I don't know what you're
Ridiculous.
doing. What are you doing on the side?
We're gonna have more listeners than I have followers. It's ridiculous.
We almost got to 10,000 listens on our Anthony
So close,
Jeselnik.
dude. So close.
Yeah.
No, it was our highest first week listen though. So we're trending in the right direction here. We're doing pretty good.
Nice. Almost 10K.
Yeah, we're smashing it, dude. I'm gonna start advertising pretty soon. You guys, maybe we'll do a Patreon. Start doing, putting out our clips on Patreon. We almost the next week we were gonna do somebody, and they had the only way you could access their special was on Patreon. We're like, fuck that, dude.
no.
We're not
What are you
doing
talking
that.
about? We
We're
know
not
none of you
paying.
guys would listen to fucking Patreon.
No, and
of
I
us.
don't want to pay for Patreon for somebody's special, dude. To be honest with you, maybe if it's Louis, that's pretty much it. But Louis,
Oh, I'd pay for a Louis special.
but he's not on Patreon. What is he on? He's on Patreon. Is that what it is? Patreon?
No, he had his own. He has
has
his own
his own,
website. Yeah.
Next up, who are you listening to right now? Every week we're gonna start doing a shout out to somebody who the previous week we've been listening to a lot, who we really enjoyed listening to. Colton, why don't you go first?
Lately, I've been listening to Harry J. Riley. I did just get
Yeah.
a host for him this last weekend, but man, I watched him do 2 separate hours.
Yeah, dude, he's awesome.
And it was incredible. The dude is a master.
Yep, local based Spokane guy. But even if you're not in Spokane, if you're out in Pennsylvania,
Check out
if you're in Zimbabwe or Ethiopia or wherever, in Sweden,
check out Harry J.
Yeah.
Riley. He is
Very
not
funny
only is he
comic.
an awesome guy, but his comedy is fucking off the chain.
yeah, he's got a YouTube channel with a special on it and everything.
Yep.
if
King
you
Pepper
want to follow
Snake.
him, the Return of King Pepper Snake,
Return of King
and
Pepper Snake.
he's got a million. If you want to follow him on Instagram, his Instagram is Harry J Riley. That's HarryJriley. So
He's
check
great,
him out.
man.
Yeah,
He's great.
So that's who you've been listening to. I have been
Yeah.
listening to Josh Johnson. Maybe you're familiar with him. He's fairly famous, but I don't remember what he's famous for. He's going to be in Spokane actually in the first part of May.
Oh, nice.
Super funny, dude. And he puts out a ridiculous amount of content. It seems like he puts out like 20 new minutes like every week. It's insane, dude.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Always at the Cellar. He's always at the Comedy Cellar. So check him out if you don't know who that is. check
What's
him
his
out.
name again?
Josh Johnson. And his
Josh Johnson.
His Instagram account is at Josh Johnson Comedy. Super duper funny dude out of New York. That's who we're listening to right now. Make sure you check out live comedy wherever you're at, man.
Yeah. There's always
Go
local
see
comedy.
whoever, man. There's always good local comedy. Well, and sometimes it's terrible. Also, if you have a bad show, you're probably gonna pay like $10 for it instead of
Yeah.
like
Or it'll be free.
120 to watch a terrible comic.
Yeah, you're not going to lose anything.
Like
just
a
a little,
bigwigger.
just a little time, and it'll still be an experience regardless.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, let's do gigs. What are we doing for gigs next week
Okay, for gigs next
or
week.
the next couple weeks, whatever.
Let's see. Okay, I'm on the Joke Thief show, which is
Hell yeah.
not because I'm a joke thief or anything. Okay, It's because we do 15 minutes, and 2 out of that 4 minutes we have to do somebody else's material, and the audience has to predict whose material it is. Why are you laughing so hard?
Yeah, you said you do 15 minutes, and 2 out of that 4 minutes. I'm like, wait, what? 2 out of what 4 minutes? The 15 minutes?
2 to 4 minutes. I'm sorry, 2 to 4 minutes out of that 15 minutes has
sure.
to be somebody else's joke. I'm going to try to perform a Louis C.K. joke.
Oh, dude, don't say that.
Just kidding.
I'll just block it out because
okay.
people have to guess it. The whole point is the audience. If they listen to this,
I fucked
they'll
up.
know.
I'm sorry.
Doesn't matter. The audience is
blur it
going to
out.
guess. Try to guess as many right answers as they can. We're gonna have 6 people on the show.
I can give them a lob. They have to listen to the pod
That's
to
true.
get the lob.
That's true. That's kind of like an Easter egg. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in any case,
Listen to the
it'll
pod
be a
and
fun
maybe
show.
win.
$10 show out in Post Falls. If you're in the area, come on, check it out.
Yeah,
It's
it's
at
gonna
8
be
p.m.
fun. So I have
what
that.
else you got?
I have that, and then let's see. On the December 19th, I'm in Moose Northern, which is in Hayden.
Oh yeah, that's the ugly Christmas sweater.
Yes, the ugly Christmas sweater. I believe Charles Hall Jr. is
Laura.
headlining that, and Laura's on it.
And you or somebody else?
Me and somebody else.
Right
I think
on.
it might be out of Geechee.
Dude, shout out to Laura. She had a great set last week.
Dude, she had an awesome
She
set.
had probably her best set I've ever seen her have. Her closing
She
set at the
crushed it,
Comedy
man.
Club. That was great.
And then on
She only
12
has like 80,000 Instagram followers, so I'm probably going to catch her pretty soon.
yeah.
So close.
And then 12:20, I'm at the Roxy Theater featuring for Phil Kobzinski, who's also hilarious. Follow him. And I believe Anthony Singleton
Anthony's
is
on as
hosting.
well, right? Yeah.
Yep, Anthony's hosting for us, which he's also super funny. He's a great
Roxy
comic.
Theater, Newport, Washington. That's
Yep.
on the 20th, you said?
Yep, 12:20.
Okay.
So
This weekend, I'm on that Joke Thief show at the Drop Zone in Post Falls. The following day, I'm featuring for Harry J. Riley out in Big Fork, Montana.
nice, dude.
Right next to Kalispell.
Big HJ.
So that's the 14th. So all our Montana listeners, I don't think we have any, but if we have
What's
some,
that venue?
Big Fork Brewing Company?
It's not
maybe,
the
or something like
cider
that?
spot that we did in
No, it's
Kalispell?
not. No, different spot. And then the following weekend, all the weekend before Christmas, I'll be hosting at the Spokane Comedy Club for Steve Ronacisi from The League. That's what I know him from. He's also been on a bunch of other stuff, but I know him as Kevin from The League, the
Nice.
TV show The League. If you are available to come out, we have 5 shows on that one, Thursday through Saturday. It's gonna be a fun time, man.
Hell yeah.
Any parting shots? Anything else you want to say?
Even if you do or don't like Dane Cook, I'd say that his special is still, it's worth checking out, man.
Well, check it out just to see if Colton has no idea what he's talking about, or if I have no idea what I'm talking about. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like,
I mean, and we're both kind of
and
partial in
clap
certain
back, man,
aspects,
and
but
let us know.
yeah. And I'll get on live. I'm getting on live every Monday. So make sure to tune into the live. I'm going to get in and get your questions. Next week, we're doing who?
Yeah, well, hold on. Stand up snobs at gmail.com.
Yes.
If you want any feedback at all. We still have yet to receive an email.
Also,
awesome.
feel free to hop on the live.
I think I was going to say also Hotmail.
We're also in Hotmail. And
Also, feel free to hop on the live.
yeah, hop on the live.
Yeah.
Next week, we're doing Matthew Broussard, right?
The special is called Hyperbolic. It's coming out on YouTube in a couple days, so it's another free one.
Yep.
We're not gonna make you pay for. You know what I mean?
We're not going to make you pay for anything.
That's so dumb.
Yeah. We're giving things away.
But yeah, please do your best if you can. Like,
Subscribe.
subscribe, review, rate.
Hell yeah.
Let us know how we can be better. It really does help us out if you help us out. Follow us. That actually really helps too. Any of that kind of stuff. Tell your friends if you liked it. If you didn't like it, keep it to yourself.
Yeah, shut the
Or
hell
no,
up.
don't keep it to yourself. Email us and tell us why you didn't like it, and then we'll
Yeah.
try to fix it.
We would
And then
love
if
that.
we don't, then you can tell your friends we suck. But we won't do that. We're going to try our hardest. So I just want to say thank you guys for all the listeners. We're trending up. We're getting a lot more listens than we have been, and that's great.
Sweet.
We're going to keep on it, and then pretty soon we're going to quit our day jobs. There'll be no this week in plumbing because it'll be. This week's over in plumbing. I'm never plumbing again.
This week in Tekken 8.
This week in Tekken. Oh, Yoshimitsu or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what
I
that
got my
is.
Yoshimitsu to blue rank. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Blue rank. Colton, you have a good time?
I had a great time,
I
man.
had a great time too, man. Yeah, thanks for joining us on Stand Up Snobs. Here is Matthew Broussard taking us out with a trailer to his special Hyperbolic.
Bye-bye.
Available on YouTube in 2 days.
Around very few Jews. I went to a Christian high school in Atlanta, Georgia. Very preppy, very waspy, just like a on 3, 1, 2, 3, states' rights. Like it was that kind of, you know. Our mascot was Andrew Jackson. It was that kind of. It's only racist if you're well read, but it was, yeah. It was like old money. It was like all the kids had last names as first names. The girls were named Reagan mostly, but the guys, first names, Townsend, Whitaker, Chambliss, Matthews, with an S. I'm Matthew. He triple word scored my name. That felt personal. My favorite was my first day there. This guy walks up, just tall, all-American, big smile. He goes, "Hi, welcome to Love It. My name's Spalding Walters." I was like, no, it's not. That's a LLC, I'm pretty sure. What are you, one person or the two guys who heckle the Muppets? Spalding Walters, huh? Where are your friends Ritz-Carlton and Courtyard Marriott? Where are they hiding? Huh? Hey, isn't it fun, by the way, how rich white people, their name is 2 last names, but poor white people, their name is 3 first names? You ever know? Like, hi, my name's Jimmy Johnny Jeremy Jr. But you can call me JJ. Shit, that's too many J's. Jews can't do last names as first names. Just says, "Hi, Goldberg Greenberg. Have a very Hava Nagila," or whatever.